don't know how it is here with pulling high, but if it is possible, for sure, you should do a few jumps like that and just play with others. It's that has about the same canopy as you have.
Even if you don't feel comfortable leaning forward too much, just by lifting your legs up and going into like a little ball, that will do like a big difference for moving forward.
And if you're on, if you're having headwind, anyone knows what you should do if you have the wind coming in front of you, and you want to get furthest? What should you do? Back risers. So what happens when you pull the back risers? Yeah. Well, it depends more or less on how strong the wind is. But if the winds are quite strong, you would like to you could actually just give full flight, like without any input at all, or maybe pull the front risers just a bit, just to get forward speed. And if you stay up, if there's a lot of wind, the longer you stay up, the further back you'll be pushed up. So if it's really strong wind, you just want to get down fast. So you just pull the front risers, and that will get you down and get you the furthest forward as well. But just giving full flight is mostly just as good. If you have no wind or not that much wind, back risers is really good as well. Maybe also give a bit of toggles as well. Does anyone want to explain the difference of front risers and back risers? Do you know what kind of what happens when you pull the back risers compared to the front risers?
Pull on the back risers, you kind of flare a little bit. You get less glide. No, more glide. Sorry.
Yeah. So what are you pulling on?
Like,
you know. So what lines?
Oh.
Now, like we have this, if this is the front riser, now a back riser, and this is the front riser, it's like you're going up like this, the split. So you have like 4 attachment points. So you have A lines, B, C, and D lines. So when you're pulling the back risers, you're pulling the C and D lines, but not the last ones here are your toggles. You're not pulling out those, but you're pulling out the C and D lines. Yeah, so you're pulling here, so you're changing the angle a bit. When you pull the front risers, you're pulling the A and B lines. Oh, sorry. You're pulling the A and B lines. So this is the back risers. Have any one of you done hook turns before? Or would you? Any one of you would like to say anything more about getting back home from?
Well, yeah. Basically, I would like to add something. There's a trick that works pretty well that you can start practicing while you're up there. Once you're coming back towards the drop zone and you're not sure if you're gonna make it or not, you can find a spot in the ground that you can look at, and if you can look at that spot and look really well at the angle that it is with respect to your side. If you're moving forward and that angle is going lower, it means that you're gonna make it there. If you're going forward and you see that point going higher, it means that you're not gonna make it there. So a good thing to do is, like, if you think you're gonna, like, maybe you need to land here, and you need to land here, like, and you're coming from the back, you can look at that point and like really see, like, if it's going up, means you're not getting there. If it's going down, you're gonna pass it. All right. So what I would recommend is, like, don't look like, if this is where you want to land, don't use that as your reference point. Maybe try to find one a little bit farther away, so you can give yourself a little bit of extra room, you know, and that you can use that point and really look at that angle and see if it's going up or if it's going down. It's really easy. Actually, you can practice it, like, even in the ground. Just find a point, put your hand to it, and start walking. Like, imagine, like, if our canopy height is at your eye level, you can see if you start walking, walking, the angle is gonna start going lower. Or if you put your hand there and then you start going a little bit too low, you're gonna see it go up, and that's the same effect you're gonna see from the canopy. And it's a really good technique to see, to figure out if you're gonna make it there or not. So like next time like you're up there, like always like of course keeping an eye around you, you know, not forgetting about other canopies that you may have around you. Start practicing that and get comfortable with it. It's gonna help you a lot when you're far away and need to make it there. Another thing that I would like to add is like once you open your canopy, like Matthias was saying, as soon as your canopy is open, reach your rear risers, look around, and always make sure, like here it's pretty easy, you guys always have like pretty much the same jump run, it's either going that way or that way, so you can really like easily know where the jump run's going. That's something that you always want to keep in mind. So as soon as your canopy opens, like if that's the jump run, maybe like just go on your rear risers, turn away from the jump run and start flying away from it to either side, right? While doing this, you can actually look up and look at the next group come down. As soon as they open, then you're good to go this way if you want to. Same way, you can, as soon as you're going off the line of flight, you can look back and see the group that got out before you and make sure that you're like not gonna interfere with them or anything. So those are a couple things you want to keep in mind to make the air safer for everybody. All right.
Yeah. Good. Thanks. Just I would like to say like the flight pattern you're flying here and the way you're flying in is really good. Like you're all very disciplined. It's a very always very different from drop zone to drop zone, and here it's you're very good at following the same flight pattern and landing pattern. And I'm just gonna show you some principles about that. It's the same landing pattern and landing planning is used from students to pro swoopers. They use all the same thing because it's just really good. And the thing is that if you want to land here, you follow a landing pattern like this. Like you have a left hand landing pattern, that is this is the left hand landing pattern. And what you want to do is you want to have like 3 different areas that you're like the 3 corners of your landing pattern, and you have different elevations in all of them. So the first one is first of all it's a little bit bigger, which gives you more room. It's like more of a waiting area kind of. So let's say this is maybe this is like 1500 feet, something like that. I don't know. Like you need to find your own heights around, and then maybe this is about 1,000. And this is maybe, let's say this is like 600. So what I want to do, I know that, okay, this area here, that's about, over there somewhere. So I know what I need to fly above, like I've checked it out before. And then I know, okay, after that I'm going to fly over here. I know where that area is as well. Now let's say I come to this area here and I am in like 1700 feet. So then I can kind of stay out here, and I can also, instead of flying straight over here, I can fly in a bit of a curve like this. So I kind of burn up a little bit of altitude. So then I'll end up here in 1,000 feet anyway. But maybe I didn't do that well, and I ended up here in 900 feet. So now I need to hurry up to get over here to 600 feet. So what I do then, instead of, also here I have like room of a kind of a curve. So now I can just fly straight, and I kind of try to just hit the outer point of the smaller circle instead of going all the way back here. Do you follow me? So then I can always adjust. So like if I have to rush all the way, like I come here and I'm in 1400 feet or exactly 1500 or something, I go straight. Then I come here and I'm at 950. Oh shit, I need to hurry up. Go straight. But then if you always have these kind of circles or cylinders, different points, and you know that, okay, at this point I want to be at that elevation, and then here I want to be that elevation, and always plan flying a bit in the curve, so that if you're a bit low, you can go straight and catch up again. That will make you really consistent on this point. Like you will almost always come to this point at the same and correct altitude. So if you just plan your landings like that, and that's exactly the same thing that pro swoopers do. They just have different numbers here. They just follow the same pattern, and yeah, it'll give you a lot of consistent landings. But anyone of you use this? Like, do you like look at your altimeter while flying in, or you just normally just follow the pattern? Do you use it? Yeah, it's really good. So that gives you also a better understanding of how much altitude your canopy is actually losing when you're flying. And then you can, of course, adjust with all like toggles and back risers and stuff like that to either speed up or slow down a bit between this.